Ang school-based feeding program po nagkaproblema. Ilan po sa mga naging reports nito ay yung mga bulok na Nutriban, may amag na Nutriban, o kaya naman may pest or insekto sa loob po ng mga Nutribans natin. Mga bulok na Nutriban, may amag na Nutriban, o kaya naman may pest or insekto sa loob po ng mga Nutribans natin. Meron din pong kakulangan sa bilang ng gatas na na-deliver, mga questionableng manufacturing at expiration dates, at ilan po kayang bata ang naapektuhan dahil po dito sa reports na ito.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best.
Meron po akong katanungan kasi po meron po tayong natanggap na mga reports mula po 2023 up to early 2024 na mula po sa 10 rehiyon. Ang school-based feeding program po nagkaproblema. Ilan po sa mga naging reports nito ay yung mga bulok na Nutriban, may amag na Nutriban, o kaya naman may pest or insekto sa loob po ng mga Nutribans natin. Meron din pong kakulangan sa bilang ng gatas na na-deliver, mga questionableng manufacturing at expiration dates kasi po either malabo o kaya naman nagbago na po yung kulay ng Nutriban bago pa man po yung nakalagay na expiration date. Meron din pong late deliveries at unsanitary packaging at mga boxes po ng Nutribans. So, may I ask po, DepEd and siguro COA na din, kasi po meron po tayong 5.69 billion pesos na budget para dito nung 2023. Magkano po kaya ang naging wastage based on all the reports from the 10 regions na ito? At ilan po kayang bata ang naapektuhan dahil po dito sa reports na ito?
Your Honor, magandang gabi po. Is it okay if I ask Asik Galban to report on that with your permission, Madam Chair?
Galban, you're recognized.
Madam Chair, Your Honor, thank you for the question. When it comes to the number of learners affected, we are currently consolidating the reports on the matter. We received the COA notices just quite recently, and yet we have already started gathering the feedback from our regional offices. The beauty of the school-based feeding program, ma'am, is that it's decentralized, so we can identify specifically what SDOs were affected, and we will definitely focus interventions in those regard. Now, when it comes to limited milk that were provided, one of the biggest concerns that we have is the limitation of supply. Based on existing records also from previous budget hearings, our capability to supply milk locally is only at 1%. And that has limited our capacity to provide milk to all of our learners simultaneously. That's why for 2024 to 2025 school year, we're actually doing it in 3 batches in order to make way for the limited supply. When it comes to those that have reported that are spoiled, as well as those that were noted to have pests, based on our standard contract, the supplier is supposed to replace them at no additional cost to DepEd. Although there may be delays, we do hope to take note of the completion of each of the program components, both the food component and the milk component, and furnish the committee with a copy of the report.
Pwede po kaya tayong magkaroon ng amount kung magkano ang naging wastage natin? Maybe COA can answer.
May I interject? Can you just tell us alam mo naman di ba, kung ano yung affected areas? Can you just tell us the total amount of those contracts affected? Kasi pag babasahin mo yung COA report, nakalista lang, ito yung mga affected areas. But you would know, kasi 3 pahina lang naman yun, di ba? Ano ba naman na, of course, you would know the total contract amount. kunin mo lang yung suma total. Yung report kasi dun sa COA, hindi naka-indicate yung amount. Kaya yun ang tinatanong niya, magkano yung total noon?
We're confirming the numbers, Madam Chair, Your Honor, particularly because the reports that were indicated in the COA listing, a significant number of those have actually been resolved. So it is a cut-off that happened during the latter part of 2023, and taking into consideration that the school-based feeding program crosses the year 2023 to 2024, a lot of it has already been addressed during the latter half. If you notice, a lot of the considerations were about the milk. A consideration about the milk is that we had to move our milk feeding implementation to the second half of the year to adjust to a GPPB resolution. And as such, a lot of the concerns have been addressed. We hope to provide you with the budgetary equivalent of any other delays that have been noted at the earliest possible time. However, I would like to note that as part of our policy, any unused funds, provided that the funds are still valid, should be carried over to the next school year so that we are ensured that no fund was wasted or will be wasted.
Okay, kasi meron po yatang reports na nabayaran na yung supplier natin. And then yung delivery, yung either late delivery or pangit yung naging delivery of the food, no. Kaya mas maganda talagang mabigyan ng pansin itong isyung ito. I would also like to ask DepEd, ano pong pwedeng maging solution natin moving forward?
One of our main interventions on this matter would be to further institutionalize enhancing our procurement locally, particularly to ensure that the contracts are adhered to effectively, and at the same time the quality control by those that will be receiving the food packages are also maintained. So these are just some of the interventions on top of the existing food safety training that we conduct to our field offices. Madam Chair, Your Honor.
So meron na po tayong trainings na ginawa prior this, and
Yes,
then there will be another training
Yes, ma'am.
na mangyayari.
Part of our annual program of implementation for the school-based feeding program includes food safety training to our SBFP or school-based feeding program coordinators in the field. So if there are any errors or erring practices, we can easily flag them, and we're very thankful to COA for providing us with the report so we can zero in on the areas of concern.
Kasi nakaka-bother lang po na out of the 18 regions, 10 ang may reklamo po na rehiyon on the school-based feeding program. Ang mahirap po dito ang delayed delivery, mga sirang pagkain, nabayad na actually, no? At hindi na magagamit, syempre. Makakasira din po sa continuity and sa completion ng programs para sa ating mga mag-aaral. At hindi po nakukuha ang maximum benefits. At magkakaroon din po to ng higher margin of error when it comes to the correlation to our goal, which is to help our kids concentrate in school. So, kasi po, di ba, alam nating lahat, syempre pag gutom po ang mag-aaral, hindi po yan makakapag-concentrate at hindi po, kumbaga, lesser chances na matuto ang isang mag-aaral. Kaya po, we really wanted to address the issue. But I hope that the DepEd can make necessary changes. At yun lamang po, Madam Chair. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you, Madam Congresswoman Ko. Dagdag ko lang sana yung pagka paulit-ulit na pumapalpak, pwedeng i-blacklist ho yung supplier na yon. Yun ay isa sa mga nakikita ko. At siguro maglagay ng damages provision din po sa kontrata para medyo matakot ang mga ito, Your Honor, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat po sa sagot ninyo, Secretary. Madam Chair, thank you.
Madam Chair, dun po sa spoiled milk, if it's because there's a law that requires milk, and there's in many places talagang in the absence of refrigerators, etc., talagang nagkakaroon ng spoiled milk, will a special provision in the GAA cure that? In other words, if the special provision will allow a substitute for milk, and have you identified substitutes for milk, that might actually cure that situation. So have you actually thought of that as a possible solution?
Madam Chair, that's a very welcome suggestion. The law is not
No,
specific.
sorry, I'm asking you to provide us a solution, but I'm giving you the mechanism, which is a special provision.
Yes, Madam Chair. A consideration that's being explored right now by the agency would be to lean into other milk-related products that spoil less frequently or at a slower pace, like yogurt or any other milk-infused products. Although we have to ensure that these also are compliant with DOST standards.
UHT milk dapat.
DOST standards, as well as the capability of our suppliers to actually provide the goods. However, also a consideration would be a possible special provision for those locations that have limited supply of cold storage, as to help lengthen the shelf life of our milk products, especially in far-flung areas.
Madam Chair, I was told that would help, having the special provision, Your Honor.
Sec, could you kindly submit to us?
We will draft one, Your Honor.
Yes. And huli na lang po, dun sa sinasabi ninyo na marami doon sa naka-indicate sa COA report na na-resolve na, parang it's hard for me to imagine how moldy bonds, etc. can be resolved kasi molds yun, di ba? So, at saka spoiled milk. So, parang it's difficult, right? So, yung undelivered then, kung di-deliver yon after 1 year, edi moldy na. Well, di ko alam ha. So, anyway, could you just submit to us after you have done evaluation of yung wasted portions of those contracts?
Madam Chair, I think hindi pa nasasabi ni Asik Galban na kapag hindi na fresh yung pagkain or hindi na edible, they're obligado ho silang palitan yon. Yon. So, yun po ang at no cost to DepEd ho.
Yes,
so, parang warranty.
Yes, let us
yun.
know kung ano yung portion, yung undelivered, pwede ma-rectify, or yung talagang, and then, kung napalitan.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. We will provide the details on that and also draft the special provision. Thank you for the idea, Your Honor, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much.